age in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to John O. Quinn Field in H-Town, home to the Houston Cougars. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Houston Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Sun Devils will put total weather to crank us up. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Houston's offense will go to work first. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can go catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Quarterback on the keeper. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Yeah, and that's the hard thing about these QBs that can move and run all over the place and give you so many options is that didn't even look like much, but he chews up so much yardage and gets those little gains that just death by 1,000 cuts that continue to happen with this offense.
The Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to run for it. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. Houston will be forced to punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. So Arizona State's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
And I think a big key in that last game was they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays, and then after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're going to try and establish that connection and that rhythm early in this one.
And defensively, where is the big fun? Like, I got to identify where he is every single snap and give him some extra attention. So if I route him at the line of scrimmage and be physical, have that safety help over the top, I'm not letting him beat me.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Catch in the middle. It's Harris. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? The Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The screen, he can go. A solid pickup there, works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Wrestled down at the 43 after getting 5. And the Sun Devils are rolling down the field. He'll do it himself. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Oh, he wants it all. It's picked off. That's number 10. He's stopped. Not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
Well, the defense was expecting pass on that one. 3rd and long. They dial up the perfect coverage and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air, coming away with a massive interception.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Rides the back and leaves it. There he goes. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Cougars. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the 2nd level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, with his speed, he was gone.
And he added the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Picks up the first down, still moving. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. At the 45, on its way. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. The Sun Devils come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They're going to go right back to him on first down. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half. He's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
And the Sun Devils really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Makes the grab. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. Offense getting set for first down. Wants to throw on first down. Somehow got the screen into that traffic. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He'll pull it on the read. And the ball's loose in the backfield. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
Woo. Deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you, because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it.
You know, as a quarterback, he's your best receiver. He's one of the best in the country, but it's going to be hard to get completions thrown his way on third down into double coverage. On that one, you got to let your eyes take you somewhere else, because someone else was probably open.
Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
The Houston offense comes onto the field. Coming out on first down with a play fake. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
So now it's 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Right down the middle. It's caught downfield. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
He hurls one deep down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of interest in this CUSA showdown today, so let's catch you up to speed on things. Western Kentucky is lighting up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display. They're up 14 over Kennesaw State. Implications galore inside CUSA, and we'll circle back should anything big happen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye. Oh, he's got some space. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete and total command of the offense. And that's why he's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's got a real chance to go to New York and try to win that Heisman Trophy.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. The Sun Devils come to the line with a new set of downs.
Well, this guy has shown up time and time again for his football team. Top 10 statistically in passing yardage this year, but it's been in big games, in big moments where he's really shined. That's why this guy's in contention to win the Heisman Trophy.
And the Sun Devils in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Arizona State! A great catch and run for 6. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The Houston offense ready to go back to work. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the back. He's in open space downfield. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got him, and nobody's close. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
They'll line up for a second down play. Off play action. Makes the catch. It's Wilson. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. Just drives it between the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50 plus, and he did it with ease.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Sun Devils with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Zings it complete to the right. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. New set of downs after the completion. On the run, it's Brake. Got enough for the first down. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. And the Sun Devils just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. They'll run it from the gun. Oh, better look out. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got out of trouble and throws. Makes the catch. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
The give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. The sweet feet buy a little time. Looking left. Makes the catch. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils. The defense just lost track of it. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on defense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Caught over the middle. It's Wilson. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage from no gain on the play. Well, that helped the completion percentage, but the idea was yards after the catch, and it didn't happen.
Great job on defense, too. See ball, get ball. They saw exactly when that ball was spit out. You saw the defense fly to the football.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. On the move, he fires. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the game.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And that is priority #1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback, affect him, get hits on him. They do it right here. Get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
The Cougars trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Wilson. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable 3rd down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
On 3rd and long, you have to turn it loose deep. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to take the lead in this football game.
So they got to be feeling good. They did their part, score, your defense does your part, Jesse. This offense, keep that momentum. I would say stay aggressive here.
And just keep doing what you were doing on that last drive, right? Well, whatever was working for you, just go back. Keep using those same playmakers to allow you to go down here and score a touchdown.
Facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Serious arm strength on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete. The Sun Devils will send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Here comes the Houston offense once again. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
They'll run it from the gun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on 3rd down expecting him to get the ball again.
Gives it on the option. Breaks into the open. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. He's piled up 97 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. Trying to surprise him with the pass. That's caught. It's Wilson. slices to the right. Touchdown, Cougar! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Finds his tight end. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. Use the play fake, now to throw. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, this quarterback has really found a nice rhythm early, and he's in firm control and command of everything that's happening. They've had 2 drives, they've scored 2 touchdowns, and here on their 3rd possession, he still wants to take shots. That one obviously falls incomplete, but if you're him, I would keep spinning the beam.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
It's complete along the sidelines. It's a catch inbounds, and it's a first down. And the Sun Devils are moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Myers to the big fella. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And here comes the offense on second down. On the run, it's Brake. Makes it past the marker. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Throws to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. The Sun Devils getting set on 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
To the air on second down. Got his man on the right. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona State.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Coates. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Houston offense comes onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Back to pass on second down. Caught in the backfield. It's Wilson. Turning it on. Building momentum. Picking up a chunk of yardage. Moving the chains out to the 34. Offense will try to get some momentum going on 1st and 10. Now they'll run the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. And the Cougars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. They'll try the run. He's now over the century mark with 102 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. The Cougars can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
The Cougars line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. The give on the option. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Houston will be forced to punt. And that is just a spectacular punt, and he will pin them in the shadow of their own goalpost inside the 5. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fella on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Under fire. He'll pull it down. Not quite so backed up after that play. He's out of bounds at the 12.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle.
Going for it all. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just...
Lost one deep down the right side. Picked off to stop the threat. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. half just about ready to start, and Houston will kick it off. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big...
There he goes! Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there.
And that is picture perfect by this quarterback. Nice job running the option, seeing he's not covered. Nobody's taking him. They didn't play that responsibility, and he chews up yards and make...
Turning on the Jets. Touchdown, Sun Devils. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Well, great job by the hands team receiving there. They're able to spot the kick, fall on it, make sure they keep possession, secure it. Nice job.
The Houston offense ready to go back to work. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Here's the heat. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And what a great way to start the second half if you're on defense. You did some really good things in that first half, and so you set the tone here early by getting a sack, and you were sending a clear message to this offense that this second half ain't going to be easy.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Here's the pressure. Pulls it in. It's Coates. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? Houston sends the punt team onto the field. Punt will bounce out of bounds, and they're going to spot it at the 25. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. Out of the gun, the inside kick. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Oh, he's got some space. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. And the Sun Devils, after exploding for that huge run, back to work.
Throws a nice completion there for a first down. This guy has been the biggest key to this team's success all season long. He's shown up in big moments. He's won big games. He's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's in the discussion to win the Heisman Trophy.
The Sun Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. He leaves it with his back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw it.
Got it in the middle, it's Callow. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And how about the year he's put together? I mean, he is in the top 10 in passing in college football, obviously. And obviously, we're talking about him for the Heisman, but just a guy you've been able to trust, a dynamic passer, throwing the football all over the yard. This team has been built on him, and he's had an unbelievable season.
He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. 2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. Touchdown, Arizona State! And they add 6 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, and this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Coming out with it, it's Coates. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Fires to the big fella. Trying to tackle this guy's a business decision as he gets it up to the 29. And the Cougars can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the bench.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
I think moving forward on third down, this offense is going to have to be a little bit more aggressive and try to throw it vertically. Start throwing the ball around the line of scrimmage against these guys. They've got way too much speed, and you saw it right there.
Trying to burn this defensive back. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal.
That's a big-time completion. Guys, I think they caught the defense napping right there. I think everybody on defense thought that they were going to maybe throw to the sticks on that one, but instead, the quarterback had some other ideas. He had a matchup he loved one-on-one, vertically down the field. He took advantage of it. His guy made a great catch. Let's keep this drive going.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Trying to barrel in. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. Now they'll try the two-point conversion and try to crawl within 3. Field shrinks. Tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way. But you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. They'll run the option. And maybe a wise move not to even try the pitch as he's knocked down in the backfield. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll run play action. Now rolling to the left. He's got it on the outside. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Got the tight end outside. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. He'll keep it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, I love that play by this corner. You know why? When you run the option and that thing gets spread out, your DBs have to commit to tackling. And how about the cornerback coming up, sticking his face in the fan, and making a play? You love to see DBs tackle like that.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Callow. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And he will roll into the end zone. Down Houston. Just one moment and all of a sudden the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points. And now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What are you doing in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball is going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
He'll start the return inside his spot. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Here's the handoff. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
Well, just a really nice job there on that third down, trying to get after this quarterback. And obviously they're not able to make the play in the backfield, but really nice job pursuing. You see the athleticism and the speed they have, how they play as a unit together. Only giving up a little bit of a gain and now setting up fourth down.
It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Great place to start for this offense. They'll run it with Wilson. Powerful running as he trucks his way to the 28.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
It doesn't matter what the defense has tried to do. Man coverage, zone coverage, blitz, whatever. Quarterback has been locked in. 350 passing yards now.
Power football with the run. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes a grab. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line. That's the end of the quarter, and Houston has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. On 2nd and goal, he gets another chance. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's right down the boulevard. That gives them now a 7-point lead here in the final period. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark. And the Sun Devils are at the line, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
After that incompletion, 4th and short now on their own side of the field, I think there's a lot of coaches in normal circumstances that would stay conservative and just punt the ball away. But you're trailing here in the 4th quarter. I think the offense needs to stay out on the field, and you got to go for it.
The offense changing the play. On 4th down, looking to pass. Fires to the wideout. He's got it.
Well, late in the year, this guy is square in the middle of the Heisman Trophy discussion because of his performance. He throws a nice completion there for a 1st down, but it's been week in, week out. Big moments. He's led this team to a ton of wins. He
breaks into the open. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
And he shows you the arm right there, but I tell you what, I've been impressed with this young man and his ability to do both. Rush, throw, lead a team, put up huge numbers in the top 10 in total TDs running and passing. And this dude very much in the Heisman race. He's had a great season. He can do a little bit of everything.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And you see this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in Conference USA. Western Kentucky has put on a majestic performance today, jumping out to an early lead and building on it from there, and now we have ourselves a blowout.
Here comes the Houston offense once again. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been called.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
Houston will be forced to punt. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Fires downfield. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, they're not able to hook up there, but considering this guy already has 2 touchdown catches in this game, now the offensive coordinator is dialing up more passes his way. You know the quarterback, he's got like a sonar on him. He's always aware of where he is, and I like the idea. I'm going to keep throwing this guy the football and see if he can get another touchdown.
Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
And as an offense, you've got such a special talent playing QB. You've got to do a better job protecting him. If you can let this guy set his feet, he can light this defense up.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. The Houston offense comes onto the field. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. To the ground with the back. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25. Halfway there on 1st down and 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Caught close to the marker. It's Gore. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Houston is moving it quickly down the field. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest. The Cougars have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Quickly complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Fires to the tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Man, did the defense need the stop. Great job getting the 3rd down stop. They needed to force a punt. They got to get their offense the football back so they have a chance in this football game. Really nice execution by this defense.
They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he will score! Touchdown, Houston! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now he'll take a deep shot here. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter. You're just trying to take a shot and see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
And quarterbacks got to understand, I know you got your favorites, and you look out there, but that guy's really good. I'm going to find ways to get him, but I got to take what the defense gives me, and double coverage is probably not the avenue that I want to go attack consistently.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
It doesn't get any better from your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. And this set of downs gets started from the 33. 1st and 10. The give and tick, 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 tick. Wide open. Touchdown, Cougar. He got a step and just dusted the field. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the 4th quarter.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that?
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas.
Makes a catch on the left. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got him. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside. He's got it inside the 15. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Dances away to buy time. Into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, this has been a day to forget. If you're this quarterback, and I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
And the defense is good with that. Get pressure on the quarterback. Get him outside the pocket. You know it's a passing situation. Play half the field now. This defense is in a good spot. And you can
throw into the end zone. And it's picked off. Past the 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Tough to beat action, gentlemen. You know that. And let's take a look at the highlights. UMass is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sam the Minuteman isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7 over Ball State. Any big developments here in the MAC, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Finds his target down the middle. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The Sun Devils in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. His offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Hit as he throws. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to keep it in the air. Unloads to the wideout. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long. And here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play. And, David, it looks like they've just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Got it behind the line. It's Thurman. Reaches it. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. The Cougars, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They'll go to the ground. Runs through a tackle. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they built this sizable lead.
Arizona State, 38.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. The sure hands, it's Harris. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost done.
Well, the dreams of an undefeated season are over. Certainly an accomplishment to make it this far, but this week in practice is probably going to be pretty interesting.
It's going to be very tough after suffering that loss, but you wonder, David, if this might be a blessing in disguise for them, because sitting here at one loss late in the year, their college football playoff hopes very much alive still. Now, can they turn this into a positive and get back on the horse?
And we've seen that in recent years, right? Like you saw Ohio State, they used a late loss to catapult them. They had so much energy and so many doubters and haters that propelled them to go win a national championship. So this moment, while it's sad and it's kind of depressing for them, could be one of the better moments of their season if they use it for good.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.